is a thing. Oh.
And we're live. Welcome,
Hey!
my friends. That's right, I'm getting rid of that.
What up?
And that's only for us to
What
see
up,
later.
homies?
Alright.
Hopefully this is working, eh?
Yeah, it should be. I'll have a look.
We've got a little Discord chat going on, so
Yeah, so
we can
it
have
may have been
multiples.
Aaron's last time in person until he's next up, but
Yeah.
we still got him every day, and Stephen.
And Stephen as well.
Nothing changes.
Fucking A.
So we're coming live from what?
Live from Toronto.
We're live from Toronto.
Did you guys see today that we had some fucking... I was watching someone and they saw some hail and they were like, hey, I see some fucking hail. It was awesome.
We don't do gang jokes on here, mate. Take that shit elsewhere.
Shut up, Tommy. No one cares.
Seek.
So how's your guys' weather been down in Wellington?
Pretty
In
crap,
Woodville?
man. Like, yeah, pretty bloody crap, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was finishing up my last job in Tawa, and as I was like explaining how to use their locks and stuff, it's thunder, lightning, well, not in
Yeah.
that order, but the other way around, and then just poured down the fucking rain. And yo, the fuck TG when it is like pissing down and windy as fuck.
Shit house.
Is an absolute shit
Yeah,
road.
bro.
You are way better off going the long way around,
Yeah.
longer.
It's
way
terrible,
round.
man. Like, you can't... The visibility
Be
is
safer.
shit.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Holy fuck, I
there's
couldn't
no
see
drainage,
anything.
like...
There's so much surface water.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought I was gone.
Yeah, no, the drainage on that road
True.
is terrible. But yeah, no, it's been pretty hectic, eh? Like, I was at work, man, and fucking... I've always got, like, a tab of stuff open. So, like, when you get breaking news, you get, like, a notification sort of thing. And, like, it was, like, breaking news, like, small tornado.
Yeah, Laura
hits
gets the same
Waikanae.
thing with New Zealand Herald.
Yeah, bro, like, small tornado hits Waikanae, and I was like, what the fuck, like...
It's not the
It's
first
fine.
time, though.
Yeah.
That happened, like, a good fucking, I think, like, I want to say 10 years ago.
I remember when I was like, oh fuck,
True.
I don't even know, maybe like 10 or something,
Yeah.
going on like a school trip to El Rancho camp up there.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, man, and we were on our school bus going up and like going the old way around, like when you're next to the water, like, and you can see Kapiti Island and shit, you're like looping around like that bit next to the water on the motorway, like the old road. You know what I'm talking about? So you got like Pukeroa Bay, and then you got like the Fisherman's Table.
Yes.
Coming along that.
Oh,
stretch
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
they can't see you.
Oh, true, yeah. So, like, coming along that fucking stretch, and then all of a sudden, bro, we, like, look out towards Kapiti Island, and there's, like, a full-on,
Tornado.
it was like a water, you know,
Yeah.
whatever they call them. I can't remember what they actually called.
Sharknadoes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Bro, it was hectic, and it was huge, man, and, like, everyone on the bus was screaming and shit. Like, it never made it to land, but, like, bro, it was fucking gangster.
We're gonna
like.
die!
I just remember looking out and being like, holy shit, like, that is a
Yeah.
fucking tornado, like,
Ah.
it was outrageous,
Fuck,
I've
man.
never seen one.
Yeah.
We
I don't
were
know,
over
it
in
would've been at
Australia
least,
there
like,
for like
30
a
meters
family
high,
Christmas.
you know, like,
Yeah,
and
full
we
on,
were
like, just
fucking...
water fucking going for it, man.
That's crazy.
Outrageous.
I've
If
never
Kane
actually
watches
seen
this
Yeah.
podcast,
tornado.
no, I don't want to blow your EB.
Fucking,
He
I
literally
remember
just
when we...
messaged me.
I remember when we went over to Australia for like family Christmas, and we were going from pretty much like Adelaide to Darwin, and then Darwin to Perth, and then back to Adelaide. And halfway going from fucking Adelaide to Darwin, we were watching this car like just in front of us driving along the road, and we just seen like this little fucking sandstorm like tornado like come up and just move the car to like the other side of the road. $20 says that they fucking shit themselves because we did. We were like,
That's intense.
Fuck that.
One side of the road to the other. All the
Yeah.
people that get free trampolines
Yeah, man.
every now and then.
But, like,
well, apparently Perth gets pretty bad, like tornadoes and cyclones and all that kind
yeah,
of crap.
it's real tropical in Australia, right? Like,
Starting to become that way.
I
here.
remember when I was in fucking Cairns in the top of Australia, like, top of Queensland, and, like, bro, like, honestly, we had, like, a random, like, tropical storm. Fuck, it was intense, man. Like, the rain was just next level, like, not so much wind and shit, like, as Wellington, you know, like, but
Yep.
just
Yeah.
full on, like, thunder and lightning, you know, fork lightning that I just never seen, like, over here. But lately we've
Yeah,
been getting
bro.
quite a bit, eh?
Fuck yeah.
I don't
It's
remember that as a kid,
lightning over
man.
in
Surely it never
Australia
happened
is
in Wellington, man.
huge.
No, it was never this tropical.
Yeah.
Not
like
this way.
We've had some fucked up storms lately.
The best
yeah.
lightning I've ever seen was that night, like on that drive too from like doing Australia, and we were watching. We had like a storm one night, but it wasn't really hitting us. It was more you could see it from the clouds, and you'd just hear the thunder, and then boom, you'd just watch the lightning scatter over the sky, and it would like light up our whole road. Like it was fucking insane.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Never seen lightning scatter so much. Like we'd get like the one bolt, they get like at least 1,000 that you see in the sky just fucking scatter out throughout the sky, and then it's gone again, and then you just hear like this massive fucking like nuclear bang, pretty much. Like it's fucking hectic.
That's what it was like when I was in Brisbane. Like they have like proper fork lightning. Like it looks like fucking Zeus is fucking throwing his lightning bolt through the sky, and then all of a sudden it's like fucking yeah. You think Brisbane just blew up.
Yep.
Yep.
It's fucking insane. To compare to what we get, it's nothing over there. Like we get pussy fucking shit.
Oh, but like our wind, bro. Like when we get like a storm, like fuck it is pretty hectic in Wellington. Like you don't get that shit in
Hard.
Australia, bro. Like we get fucking
Yeah, but if you
130k
walk past me on
winds
a
on
fart,
like a
you'd think
normal
a fucking
day.
gust of
Like,
wind
Yeah.
just blew into your
well, not like
face.
a normal day, but you know, like a normal storm. Like
On a good day.
Yeah.
When you can't beat Wally's on a good day,
that's
mate.
fucking insane,
130K
man. Like,
wins.
Yeah, fucking A. But then again, sounds like Levin's catching up with their wins since they had a fucking tornado.
yeah, and they
Oh, yeah,
ripped
that
down
fucking
buildings,
looks
bro.
gnarly.
Like,
Yeah.
absolutely fucked buildings.
Yep. Them's parents went and helped out clean up that.
Yeah, it
Over
was
the
outrageous,
weekend.
man. I was
Yeah,
getting
so
fucking
much
videos
shit.
and shit. Like, fuck, it was next
Insane.
level, man.
I was watching fucking good to go media on Snapchat, and he was
Yeah.
just driving around everywhere, and fuck, like the wreckage that happened.
Bro, like a lot of
fuck,
fucking
you'd be
people
so
would be
gutted.
devastated. Yeah.
Mm. It's
Yeah.
crazy that shit starts happening now. Like, you're right. Like, we didn't have that sort of stuff this close
Nah.
to town as a kid.
Like, the world's
Nah.
changing, man, and it's not for the better, eh?
No,
Like,
it's going downhill.
politics
fast.
is just not helping.
Like-
Like,
Like it's not the first time we've had one, but like we barely get them.
Yeah, it's a very,
But
very
it-
rare occurrence.
Hard. It's insane though. Fucking insane.
Mm.
yeah.
Wait,
we-
Stephen, you're on mute.
You know,
Yeah.
Maddie was trying to yell shit at you.
Oh, fuck off, Matty.
Put it on mute.
Have we done a podcast since the night loop?
Yeah, we did do a farewell one for Aaron.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, and we asked the same question there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we actually talked about it the one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And the one we had.
Have we told you that the night loop was a success? Have you heard?
Yeah. Because if you haven't, then
Yeah, like-
Very nice.
Let me tell you all
very
about it.
nice.
It was-
We had the
Considering weather
captains
was
now.
absolute shit.
Boy. Hard.
I was getting
It
blown
was-
around when I was heading on to my way home. That's why I messaged in the chat. I was like, be careful, like I'm fucking getting blown around.
Yeah.
It was dodgy out the other day, man.
It was hectic.
A few times I thought I was gone in the van.
Walking to my car at the end of work, I was like, God damn, like it was fucking hectic.
I was actually okay sitting in that traffic, like when I hit the bottom of the gorge,
Yeah.
because at least I wasn't going 100 k's in absolute
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shit weather,
weather.
with lots of surface water when it was
Probably
dark.
better than it was
Yeah.
slow, yeah.
Yeah,
Hard.
Less chance of fucking retards trying to do dumb shit.
yeah.
People just don't know how to drive when it's wet, hey? Like, you just slow down a little bit, man, and increase your following distance, and you're good to go. But,
No, people don't. A lot of people freak out.
yeah, man.
A lot
Like,
of people freak out.
the road changes so much when there's water on it. Like,
Yeah.
you have to fucking adapt to it, man.
Yep.
Or even that night at Barnes, that was fucking slippery as shit, and we had rain that whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's weird being down here and you guys being all the way out there.
Yeah, this is out of it. We're like spanning across a fair amount of the country here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Pretty much. Unorthodox New Zealand wide.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Should
Yeah.
get Craig on one.
We
Yeah, I wanted Craig to come in and have a podcast.
He
That
actually
would
hit
be
me
a
up
good
on the weekend
podcast.
asking if we were out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, asking
So
if
is
we
there
were out
any
on
is there
Saturday
any
or whatever.
events coming up?
Any what?
I'm going to
Events.
bed at like 9:30 tonight. It's pretty eventful.
Yeah, I got work in the morning. Nah, I'm not too sure. What is coming up?
Queen's
Don't we
birthday
got
this weekend.
Autofest coming up soon?
There's Palmy Invasion.
We got
Oh, yeah,
Autofest.
Palmy Invasion. Autofest is until the end of the year, though.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was like June.
No, it's
Nah.
close to
No,
laid
it's-
out. Seafood asked me if I was going to go.
Oh, true.
But with how close it is to laid out, I'm going to have to just go to that. Or
Yeah.
do both.
It's September.
You might be able to.
Maybe.
We could suss a place and
The
then.
money's going to go to.
Sounds like
Auckland,
I'm going
actually,
to
so
Palmy
that's for
Invasion.
sure. And
But you
if I
don't need
have-
that
if
much.
I-
You don't
if I-
need money to fucking go.
If I have
Really.
enough left over, then I might be able to.
We can pay for
might,
you.
might be able to.
We can make it work.
Might
Be
see
rude
Crush
not
Church
to
and
miss
I
it.
want to go because I want
Be
to.
rude
I want
not
to skip
to
the
go.
fucking. I
Oi,
want to skip
just
the
sort-
AU.
I reckon you could do a Crown Cartel Christchurch invasion.
Oi, well,
Well,
there's quite a
Snoop
few
Dogg's
people that
fucking
follow
cancelled,
my page that are
Yeah, you
in
gotta do something
Christchurch,
with that weekend.
so
Yeah.
fucking hey,
That'll
I'll
be
just
dope.
walk there.
Aaron, we should do it when Snoop Dogg's cancelled. I've still got flights down, so.
Oh, I can't believe he cancelled. That fucks me off.
Yeah, it's crazy. So why
Why
did he
did he-
cancel?
Well, it's
So
like
when I went to the supermarket last night, they had it on the radio that apparently there was a scheduled conduct or misconduct or something between another singer or some shit. So apparently they wanted his dates and argued over it, and he was like, "Ah, fuck it, I can't be bothered," so he just cancelled it.
They argued over some dates.
Oh.
Because then they were talking about on the radio, like, that's kind of bullshit because the amount of people that have organised their flights, booked accommodation and everything, like, they're not going to get their money back for it. Like, it's kind of a rip-off, to be honest.
Yeah, it'd be so much. Like you said, Tommy, you've still got flights.
yeah, I've got flights, accommodation booked, like, and they're not offering refunds either, man. Like, they're just saying that
Nah.
they're gonna announce new dates, and I'm like, what the fuck, like.
So does that mean your ticket will be all good for the next date then?
Yeah. Like, so they're just moving the dates essentially, is what they're saying. But like at the same time, that's up to Snoop Dogg when he can next fucking travel. So like that could be fucking
Wow.
a year to 2 years down the track. Same
Yeah.
as you for
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
in
well
the
now you
bromance.
guys
So-
know what it feels like. It's been 3 years.
I've been there and done that
and
though.
waiting.
Like I had tickets for Touch Base with heaps of my mates from school, and it was when COVID hit because I was going to go up for my birthday, like have a weekend and see a couple of my mates that moved up to Auckland, and yeah, man, like that got pushed back like 3 years, and then I finally got an email saying like we're offering fucking refunds now, and I was like sweet, like, hit up a couple of the boys like,
Yeah.
"Rain, we'll get our refunds." It was cheap though, like it was like $50
Oh,
buy
yeah.
one and get one free sort of thing. So
Yeah.
like wasn't a major,
that's
but
not
at the
too
same
bad.
time like
Yeah, well, we've
Oh.
brought like the top like
Yeah.
ones, you know.
Yeah,
we
man.
went full out on it, and it's now been 3 years. But our tickets are like holographic. It's sick. It changes image.
so you got the VIP sort of
Yeah,
on there.
yeah. So we went full out.
Right, honestly,
Been 3 years in waiting.
It's
and
mean.
not only that, right, I waited 10 years for this band to get
Yeah.
back together.
Yeah, I know.
Right? And then they were going on tour, and now they're starting to release music. And I just know that by the time they get around to coming here, they're going to play their new music, and we're not going to hear any of the old stuff that is what
Yeah.
I wanted to hear.
yeah,
And it's going
you still
to
will
be,
though.
Yeah, I hope so.
You will. Be like Eminem, but
Fuck.
like I don't want to kill your buzz, but that's why I don't buy VIP
Well, that-
tickets is because Eminem, man, like I brought the cheapest ticket you could. Like obviously you got to break the rules, so like
Yeah.
brought the cheapest ticket I could, bro, and then just jumped all the fucking like things
Yeah.
and got right to the fucking front. Like, well, not the very front bit because that was like the actual VIP.
Yeah.
And that was real high security, so I couldn't get that close. But like, I got right into the first tier, right? Like it was
That's pretty
unreal.
good.
Like,
That's
so
pretty
close, man. Paid like $100. It was mean.
Then again, like, it kind of sucks that Snoop Dogg's done this. Like, understand with Food Fighters, like, they lost their drummer. So
Yeah,
that's
that
like a
one.
full,
Yeah.
That's a
like,
given.
But it's just COVID, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but
just putting it down
like,
to that.
just to cancel over a fucking like a date misconduct, like, come on now.
I guess he just couldn't really be fucked with like he's in his he's how old now?
60.
Like he's done
Six
his
or
time,
something?
so I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
late
like
60s.
he's not too fussed.
What,
But
60s?
I guarantee,
Yeah.
like he won't.
he just
It's not like he needs the money.
No, like I'm not
Yeah.
phased because like when me and Anna got the tickets, I was like, oh well, you know, like chances are it's going to get cancelled or postponed
For
because of
COVID.
COVID anyway. So I
Yeah.
sort of like always had it in the back of my mind, like
It's true. And a
It's
lot
a
of
bonus
people
if he
probably
makes
does,
it, but-
does think, probably
yeah.
do think like that too. Whether like it's probably.
and plus he's
Well,
just
I've had so
bought
many
Death
gigs
Row
that I was gonna
Records,
go
so
to
he's
Cairns,
probably
but-
producing a lot of people at the moment.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
it is what
That's a
it
good
is.
point.
But
And he's
it-
got
it
fucking
does-
the bullshit
it does
from Sugar
suck.
as well.
Suge's trying to take him to court for apparently he owes Snoop owes Suge money or some shit.
Yeah,
Ah,
pretty
bro.
much. But yeah,
But I
Suge
remember seeing
fucking gave him fucking death row. Like,
I remember seeing a video, and it was an interviewer interviewing Snoop Dogg, and he goes, Suge Knight used to be a entrepreneur. Now he's a one-man soldier. What do you have to say about that? And he goes, Snoop Dogg he used to go, he used to be a businessman. Now he's just an inmate.
yeah, I remember that. That was amazing because
That
that's
was
when fucking the
fucking
whole bullshit
gold.
went down between Snoop and Suge.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I see. Like, I wonder how that plays out, between Snoop and Suge, because like Suge's not a person to fucking like let shit go. But then again, I was watching this interview Cat Williams today, and Cat Williams was just like, well, like it was nobody who shot Suge. Is that the same nobody who shot Tupac? Is that the same nobody that shot Biggie Smalls? Is that the same nobody that shot fucking DMX? Like, all these nobodies are doing all their shootings, but yet they're nobodies. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Didn't DMX have like a drug overdose though?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah, I'm
what,
pretty sure he had drug overdose.
True. Never
I
really
don't know
got
what you
into
mean.
like DMX that much.
I fucking loved him. I loved him as soon as he did that diss with Eminem against Ja Rule.
Bro,
Go to
like,
sleep. I was like, yes.
Oh,
oh yeah.
See, we're living in
My mum.
comfort now.
Comfort, you're not wrong. Man. This
Absolute
is like.
comfort.
My mum snapped my Eminem CD.
Oh,
Every single one of them.
Fuck, fucking, I remember
But
like
luckily,
going
I
to
had
school.
put them in onto a cassette tape. So I put the CDs through. I pretty much recorded it onto a tape.
Yeah.
So like every album, and then yeah, she snapped all the CDs, and I was like, well, fuck it, I still got the tapes.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
talking to Violet the other day about that, how like used to have
Bullshit.
like the fucking CD
Yeah, I don't
Walkman, you'd take your CDs to school, or like you'd get all like the fucking the funny songs, fucking the remake songs of like fucking Genie in a Bottle and all that kind of crap, and you'd burn it onto like a fucking
I
a
topped it
tape.
the other day
You could listen to
for
it.
this one.
Like,
I gave my workmate one, and he killed it in 2 days.
Oh.
Bro, he put it up on his windowsill. His cat knocked it over. Then his cat knocked something else over that landed on it and completely crushed it.
Oh.
I know, right? But it's looking good though. This one,
wow.
it's the main one I'm running
Yeah.
like. She's slowed down a little bit, and yeah, I cut the top off so she hasn't done much for a few days. But
Yeah, well,
she's
that's
still healthy.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like readjusting, but I can see like it's got new growth coming everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
I
man.
can't see what
That's
you're
It's
talking
the
about.
the
bonsai
bonsai, yeah.
What?
The bonsai tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, jacaranda.
True. I thought you were talking about something else.
No. Bonsai tree.
This is our tomato
Oh.
plant.
Almost, I can see she's got a bit of growth coming through. I'm like,
yeah,
Yeah, and then there's
yeah.
one inside as well. It's about the same size now.
We're not talking about my penis.
There's new growth coming through, bro. You should probably go see a doctor.
Yeah, man. Yeah, chop the top off.
Hasn't done much for the
Oi,
last few
Tommy.
days.
Tommy, so we figured out Car X. So to get me into Car X, all we got to do is change the map while I'm in the
Yeah,
when in
if we
the,
change
in the
map, he
lobby.
appears and he actually comes in the game.
What?
Yeah,
How the hell does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck those.
So, but then if he exits out again and comes back in, we have to change map
Change
again.
map again. Well, that's all good.
Just change map every time he
Yeah.
changes out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mate.
Not too bad. So yeah, that
Oh,
that
no,
is
I
like a
upgraded,
bonus.
updated the Skyline as well, so it's got the new wheels on it. Because I looked at it and went, oh, these wheels are actually stolen.
Oh, yo.
I best change them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still got my number on the side.
What's that?
Still got my number on the side.
It's all
It's on
good,
the
Stephen.
thing.
It's
Oh,
on the sale.
yeah.
no, you should have curbed them up before you did.
No, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
Because apparently the last time Tommy seen them, they were all curbed up.
Yeah, they were.
What were they on?
Sure.
The exact same car.
So I have to make another car with curved up wheels that were the same.
Apparently, it was the same car as Tommy's.
Yeah,
Wasn't it the same Skyline, Tommy?
Yeah, I've got full CCTV of it. Terrible, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
Shout
'cause,
out to the
like,
3
Skyline
crackheads that keep
Violet
coming to my
has-
work bins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got them on camera so many times. They're full
I
fuck.
remember when Colin was talking about, like, how do you know it's Steven's car? Tommy's like, how do you not know it's him?
You should see the Skyline now, Stephen.
Yeah, it looks good with the tints.
Do you want another one?
I've seen photos.
Come
The
on.
photos
Okay,
look
go
good.
on then. I can't say no after you say it twice. That's the rule, right?
We're
yeah,
both cracking another
Tommy,
beer
the
for you, Stephen. And
Skyline
Aaron.
does look good with the tint.
Oh, what did I give you? I gave you the
What's
honey,
Tommy saying?
Yeah.
I can only just hear him.
Damn it.
Why?
I want a bit.
You want those?
Yeah, do you want to swap?
Yeah, I'll switch. Just.
That'll be alright.
They're switching apparently.
Yeah.
They're the same, you dumbass.
Oh, they both. Oh, I fucked up.
Well, that one is on you.
Yeah. Oh, well, cheers.
Yeah.
I feel like I've missed so much since I can't see what's going on.
You
We're just having another beer for you
We're a
guys.
pretty crap podcast, to be honest. Like, you do have to watch. It's very much like a. This is like a backyard podcast. This is almost like a vlog that has no sort of routine and doesn't make a lot of sense.
Nah, it's easy
Yeah,
listening.
but we
Easy listening
Neither
for our
does
generation.
any podcast, though. How I see podcasts is a bunch of people just talking a bunch of shit, being high.
Quite a lot of podcasts these days are like that, yeah.
There's always
OG
that,
ones
pretty
and
much.
like solid podcasts.
Like, look at
like,
hot boxing
Yeah,
with
you got, like,
Mike
crime
Tyson. It's
podcasts
Yeah.
and
really
stuff where
cool.
they just talk about
Hot
it'll be one
boxing
person podcast
with
that
Mike
just discuss
Tyson.
a crime in depth
Yeah.
that happened. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I've woken up at like middle of the
Yeah,
night
that's a good
sometimes
point.
and like Nim's had them on their phone just out loud and like listen to way to this like mad crime and just all the details and shit
Yeah.
that's read out, and normally the person that does it is like actually can read and speak,
Yeah.
so you know it sounds good too, and it's just like, you know, it's actually, I can see like why people
Depth
listen
and
to this and
fucking-
like
yeah.
get into crime podcasts because it's interesting.
You've got to start watching that series me and Aaron are watching.
yeah
Yeah.
well
Hey, Aaron.
Oh,
with
bro.
how hooked Aaron is.
Yeah. Bro, it's fucking mean.
I had to actually start watching One Piece to get me away from watching it so much.
Yeah.
I
Bro,
can't
it's
believe
already
it's
on
still
it.
like past Tommy in
Yeah.
a matter of days.
Right. Honestly, Stephen, you got to watch
Oh.
Designated Survivor on Netflix. That's mean.
Have any of you ever watched Mike Tyson's podcast?
Yeah.
I've watched him on Joe
He's
Rogan's
cooked,
podcast,
man.
but not his own one.
He's pretty well clued on, eh? Like, for
He is
someone
cooked.
that was looked at as like just a boxer who didn't have any place in the world. Like, he's not dumb.
Yeah,
He's not dumb, nah.
He's definitely like,
Seen some shit.
yeah, and he's losing his brain, I
Yeah.
guess, with age and everything he's done and gone through. But
He's like,
he is
honestly,
he
man.
is clever. He just can't fully get it out all
Yeah.
the time.
Have you watched the one of him
Mm.
on shrooms?
I've heard about his experiences on shrooms.
Bro. Watch the podcast and
He'll
he'll
have like a whole bag of
outrageous.
shrooms before he goes to training.
Ah,
He
Yeah.
literally.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he
He's
said.
real-
He was
real
like,
touch
"I'll have like a whole
like the
handful, and then
ML.
I'll go do
Yeah.
training."
Yeah. I remember when he did the whole handful of fucking the Joe Rogan podcast, and at some points, like, fucking Joe didn't even know what he was saying.
Yeah,
He was
bro.
fucking, like mumbling.
literally. He's.
Do you remember the
He's
video
wrong
that I
person.
showed you about that the actor off The Longest Yard who throws back those gummy bears?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he threw back one, and they were like, "How much was that?" And he was like, "About 200 milligrams."
Oh,
And he
yes.
goes, and then Joe Rogan was like, "An active dose is 3."
That's
Yeah, bro, and
funny,
he's
man.
just
I
sitting there,
had to
like, fucking munching them.
Yeah, and he throws back another one, and he said in the podcast about something he'll wake up to having a panic attack, and his wife has to like relax him because he thinks he's dying because he has so much before he goes to bed.
Oh yeah, it's
Fucking
pretty
hell.
heavy, that shit, eh? Like a couple of my mates went to Vegas for like the 21st, It was just two of them, man, and they got in an Uber and asked the Uber driver like where to get weed and shit, and he took them through a drive-through dispensary and used his card to buy them shit. Like, got them like an ounce and all these edibles and shit, like,
what the fuck?
Because it was their 21st, and like, honestly, man, like, no, not a word of a lie,
That's fat.
And they had some like fucking it was like a chocolate like muesli bar type thing.
Yep.
They ate one each, man, and they were just absolutely rolled. Apparently,
bro.
like,
What an absolute legend! Who would do that for anyone?
Just an Uber driver, man. Like, oh yeah, like I can take you guys through, like righty like all good.
Bro, you can barely walk into a bar like on your birthday and get a free drink, like. For someone to go to that much effort to do something like that for someone...
They love Kiwis over there, man.
That's cool.
Fuck, it was gold,
We are so behind times. If they have a fucking drive-through dispensary, what the fuck are we doing?
Fuck all.
We're still wearing face.
Like, literally drive-through dispensary, like, the driver just, like, pulls up the window, like...
I think that says a lot.
What are we doing?
We're one of a few countries who still wears face masks.
Putting the wrong speed limits on our fucking roads, that's for sure.
Bro, I can't believe they're revisiting every fucking
I remember
road
when Saddle Road used
Bro,
to be 100.
Have you driven through
Now it's
Otaki much recently?
No, it's 60.
I went through Otaki today, and like you go along the road right next to the beach, right? The real wide road. It's like 4 lanes wide. Even though it's 2 lanes, but you know, the width of the road. You know, houses one side, which are mostly batches, holiday homes, down a drive, and it's 50 k's. Right. You go down that road, heading south. And then eventually, like you go around a little bit, and there's like a turn to the right, and that's like the bypass that gets you back to the bridge. Right, real narrow road, industrial area, buildings both sides, people fucking everywhere. It's a 70k road.
It's ridiculous.
It makes no fucking sense.
No.
That's like the road between Taupo. They changed it.
Bro, don't even get me started on that road, bro. Between Turingi and
Taupo. Oh, but what a joke. 60k.
Bro. No, it's not even that, man. It goes 60, 80, 60, 80, 60, 100.
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
And everyone still goes 80 through it. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
That's all good. That's like the Kaikoura coast. That's 80k's now.
But you look at, like, in town now, bro. Like, so when you come through the Mount Vic Tunnel, as soon as you come out of the Mount Vic Tunnel, 50k's the whole way along that road now. It used to be 70 there. Come up and over, down through the fucking lights, it's 50... like all the way up now, and then 60k's along that whole long stretch. Like, bro, what a joke! Like, and then you go past fucking Wellington Hospital. You know how it used to be 2 lanes going both ways?
Yeah.
Now it's 1 lane and like a bus lane with a fucking massive like platform like this high, so that people don't have to step up onto the bus.
Really?
Yeah, so you can't drive down it.
What?
So it's 1 lane outside the fucking hospital now, both ways.
So people don't have to what?
Step up onto the bus, like, so there's like an actual bus platform.
Buses have airbags,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I said to the fucking missus.
Then it goes down.
What the fuck?
Well, that's like most of the streets in Wellington now are 30k's because of people not fucking looking.
Like the terrace, bro.
It's the driver's fault for hitting everyone.
We're start walking everywhere again soon. There's no.
Well, like this new law about EV cars. Like,
there's no fun, enjoyment, or like practicality to driving anymore. All the aspects of that have been taken away and dumbed down to like the dullest amount.
Especially
you might
with
as well
gas
just
prices.
fucking walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Probably see some more
$20
shit.
$20 does surely not hit like it fucking used to.
Bro, $20 to get your e-gas.
Bro, I put
$20
fucking
used to get you,
$60
like,
in the other
almost
day,
half
and it got
a
me
tank
just above the
sometimes,
first
depending on
line,
what car you
quarter
have.
tank line.
Yeah,
put in-
I remember when
I
I
brought
first
a
got
jerry
my highlight.
I brought a 5-litre jerry can. It's like this thin, this tall.
Yeah.
Right, $18
To fill.
to fill. 5 litres.
Uh,
Bro, it was bullshit. That's
Oh.
what $20 gets you, bro. 5
They
litres
used to
of
fill a
fucking fuel.
jerry can.
Like
a proper
2 bottles of
20
milk,
litre
bro.
sort of thing, you know?
Yep. Like, imagine how much that would cost.
Oh, that upsets me. That hurts.
Tesla sounds good right about now.
Yeah, Tesla sounds good. Leaf
well,
sounds
it's like
like
the
shit.
whole. It's like how fucking they've just given 4.6 billion to fucking the greenies just to fix the economy, and that's pretty much to get rid of petrol and diesel.
Bro, one
How
of my
the fuck
mates...
are people like us gonna buy a fucking
Exactly.
electric car if we have to get rid of our fucking petrol or diesel vehicle?
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
we're not gonna have the money to.
Like, one of my mates,
Plus, we
Michael...
don't even make a scratch in the fucking, like, in that bullshit to even make us try, like, convert to it electronic. Like,
Yeah.
America, China, and India are the worst.
100%. Bro, like one of my mates, Michael, works for like he's like a linesman, so he works for I think North Power or something. All the like electrical lines and that. They're doing like a 2.5 year job in Auckland, so he's got to like go up to Auckland, like his work pays for accommodation, all that shit, for 2 years for a project. All they're doing is electrifying 2 kilometres worth of train line. So instead of diesel trains running that 2k stretch, there's going to be an electric train now.
For 2 kilometres.
Guess how much it's costing?
How much?
$186 million project.
Holy.
What?
2 years, bro. Imagine how many diesel-powered vehicles and cranes and trucks and shit it's going to take to get all of that stuff there just to build 2 kilometres worth of fucking track that's electrified. Like, what a fucking
You're going to be
show,
using
bro.
more money in fuel and road user charges and all that fucking bullshit than
like,
fucking what the thing's going to actually cost.
Yeah, but these this shit never makes the media, bro. Like,
that project will get done before the Auckland motorway gets finished.
Yeah,
it'll probably get done then. It'll probably be finished faster than what TG was.
Yeah, it will be. 2 years, bro.
Auckland motorway's taken they do so long to fucking
like,
finish.
He gets flying to like
what are they
Fiji
doing
and
to
shit
it?
all the time. Like, put up all their power lines.
Because I know from the motorway from Hamilton to Auckland is pretty much a toll road now. Like, you are not allowed to hit the motorway without paying a toll fee, which is bullshit.
Yeah, I got stung with like a $30 ticket like a couple of months back, bro, from when me and Anna went up north. We drove to Tauranga and I took the new toll road without even knowing. Didn't even realise, bro, like I must have passed a couple of signs, like my bad, didn't see them or didn't pay attention or whatever. And then it's like $3 each like toll thing, and I went through 3 of them and I didn't pay for like 3 months, and then I get this fucking letter and it was like $30 ticket, which was all good. It's fuck all really, like they just doubled it or whatever. But yeah, I had no idea that I'd even gone through the toll gates, bro. Like,
it makes no sense.
Oh yeah,
and it was just the fastest route on Google Maps. Like,
it's fucked, to be honest. I remember probably like 5-6 years ago, and the toll road was still there, and I went up to Tauranga to get my 323, and like there's no signs telling you that it's a toll road or anything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 3 months later, I'm getting the ticket because I passed through 2 toll signs, and it's like $25 to $30, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck?
Like the main road from Tauranga to Rotorua is a toll road now.
You'd think NZTA would send you an email or a text because NZTA you have to go through them.
Hey, you now owe us this for driving through.
Well, they email it to you.
Like for a license, NZTA are the ones that deal with it. So don't you think they'd send you an email just letting you know you've passed through a toll road, you've got this, you've got this so and so to pay it. If not, here's your fee.
No, they did.
Blah, blah.
They did, but I missed it.
Exactly. Or at least like a text message, because the amount of people that don't even check their emails these days is unreal. Like,
Well, even a text message, either. But you'd think there'd be some system to let someone know.
The cops didn't have my number for years.
Because not everyone looks at fucking signs.
I never used to give my cell phone number when the cops asked, and then fucking when I stacked my car, they had to take my cell phone details.
They got mine. I do not.
Bro, for years they'd be like, "What's your cell phone number?" I'm like, "Don't have a cell phone, mate." But like, just give them my parents' iPhone. Like. For years, bro, I never had a fucking cell phone in the police system, man. And then they finally got it. Because they had to call me.
It's like the last time I went to go change my address, doing my fines, and they're like, alright, are you at this place? 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 And I'm like, no, I'm actually at this place now.
Well, that's like when I got impounded and I was saying my address and you were like, that's not where you live. I was like, fucking shut up, man. Like, my car's not registered to my house. Like, fuck you.
That was like when I first got my learners. I didn't realise I hadn't changed my address. And I went through like a whole bunch of fucking speeding, fucking speed camera signs. And I think I went through like 5. And Mum messaged me with a photo of 5 tickets and they were all open. And she goes, is there a reason why there's a whole bunch of speeding tickets sent to this address? And I was like, oh, fuck. She was like, you better get your ass home. I was like, oh, shit.
That's so good.
Oh, that's all. When I was living in the van for those couple months, and I've got that new speed van by the Rocket, just out of Longburn.
Yeah.
And I just got like fucking my Corolla off my parents, and I boosted into Palmy one night, bro, doing like 124, and I boosted out doing the same. And here's Mum and Dad getting here's 2 tickets for me fucking
Eating.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man. I hate being an adult. Everything just comes straight to me. Fuck.
Yeah.
You just gotta take it.
I wish I was a kid again.
Responsibilities.
Oh, I got another ticket from Hard Park, by the way.
From Hard Park.
Another one.
For
So
what?
I got 3.
For what?
I thought I got 2. Another one arrived the other day. It's the one just before the Petone off ramp.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's there.
Bro,
keeps
so
fucking
many
me out.
people have been called out when I'm like next to them, like coming along at the drags or whatever, and then you just back off last second and you just see them go for it, and you're like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, because I'm up here all the time, I don't remember where all the speed cameras are.
Yeah, understandable for you.
So,
That was like the Welly
I never
invasion,
forget
just
doing
watching all the palmy guys like trying to figure the fuck out where we were going, man. There was heaps of people. Like, that was the most dangerous drive ever coming from town out to the hut.
Fuck yeah.
I saw so many crashes. It was hectic. Didn't help it was raining.
No, it was pretty miserable.
Nah, it doesn't. But it doesn't help that everyone tries to get there first in the rain as well, and then they're driving at fucking
Yeah,
stupid
exactly.
speeds.
Like, just goes back to people needing to fucking learn following distance. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got to drive to the conditions.
whatever happened to
Place.
cruising to the next spots?
Yeah, but like they don't say drive to the conditions for no reason, man. Like,
Hard.
I would say at least 60% of people at the drags have got ball tires, at least one ball
Yep.
tire. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like, that makes such a fucking difference when you're like in your handling, like especially on the wet. Most tires
Oh,
people have in their
fuck
cars
yeah.
are shit anyway on the wet.
Especially
you know, like,
brakes.
Yeah.
Fuck, I remember on one of our meets. I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of them, and we were heading to the warehouse to regroup. It was the one when we hosted and Bevan tried to do a meet the same night,
Oh, yeah.
and we were we were all meeting up at the warehouse, and the motorway by Granada was all gridlocked, like it was packed with cars, like no one was moving anywhere. And this fucking dumbass in a Mercedes pulled out in front of me and slammed on his brakes because he had realised that everyone else in front of him had come to a complete stop. And I had a split second to either slam my brakes on or pull to the right side and cut someone else off.
yeah,
Luckily, the dude behind me had done the same thing, and he had pulled, but he had backed off. I pulled out in front of him after slamming on my brakes. I reckon if I hadn't slammed on my brakes when I did, I'd be dead.
yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
that, man.
I had my
fucking
brother
dangerous.
behind me. My brother behind me was like, "Holy fuck, you cunt!
No, yeah.
How the fuck did you know to do that?" And I was like, "Bro, I have no idea." And my hands are like shaking. The car's like wobbling
Yeah,
side
man.
to side because my fucking
I feel like you've got to
hands
be
are
a driver
shaking
to
that
calculate
much.
shit like that, eh? Like, I hate being in situations like that when you're like, you know, you just instantly, like, within a millisecond, you're checking your mirrors and you're moving lanes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
it's a bit of a
It's
thrill, but
fucking
at the same
dangerous.
time, fucking sketchy, man. Like,
Fuck yeah,
I
as a
never-
what? Like, I
never,
remember
ever
when
will
we
forget.
had one of our meets and it was pissing down with rain and we were all going to Potty Door Warehouse and I just remember like trying to beat Anthony fucking to the warehouse because he kept beating me to spots and I was real fucked off about it. And like here's me doing like 150, 160 with ball tires in the rain, and fucking like Anthony can't even pass me because like he's right up my ass and I'm not moving. Like I'm trying to go as fast as I can and like, fuck bro, like when I got out my whole body was shaking and Anthony was like, fuck that man, like I had to back off and I'm sitting there like, nah, I wanted to win. Like I had to get there first. Like, I
Fuck
needed to
that.
do it. Like it's worth the shaking.
Nah, see, like, I'll never ever forget, like, for years to come, man, just driving on the motorway and that fucking wrecks of yours and Craig's. And having just you guys call left and right, like not even having
Yeah.
like to check, just trusting like
That was something
what
else,
was
man.
what was
I'll
clear,
never
what lane
forget
was
that.
clear, you know. Like
I
That
wish
was
I was
something
there. That would have
else.
been a mean night.
I'll never forget those nights.
Violet,
man.
what about the night where Craig took you for a ride in the Subi and the brake discs were red hot when he came to a complete stop?
Yeah, the first time he took me in the Subi. First time he drove me in the Subi. drunk as fuck and I shouldn't have let him drive.
yeah.
But he convinced me. I'm going over the Haywoods from the other side to this side.
I was
Absolutely.
behind you guys.
Not this night.
Not that night?
Nah, this was real early in the morning, and we had left drags and we were heading home, and it was just the two of us. We had no one else around. And he absolutely fanged it over the hill, like he was doing like good 190 at the peak of the
Jesus.
hill. Like as you get to like where that other
Yeah,
road is at
yeah,
the top,
yeah.
and there used to be that real bad bump.
Yeah.
When you hit that bump, we were doing like 190, and I thought we were gonna lose it there, but it stuck. The cunt knew fucking how to drive.
Yeah.
I looked at him a few times, and like he was in the moment,
Yeah.
like.
I'll
going
never
for it.
forget
Yeah,
going up the
Because
other
you
way,
said
like
the
that
harder
same
he
way.
pushed it, the more it wanted to grip.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
And
like,
he came flying off, and I said like we agreed that he was going to pull over at like that information stop at
Yeah.
just before Silverstream, and we came round on the motorway, and he was still going for it, and like we would have been like less than 100 meters from like the pull-in to
Yeah.
it, bro, and he was like, "Oh fuck, there it is." He's like, "Yeah, threw it in, jammed on the brakes." We came to this like quick as fuck stop. I've never stopped so quick in my life. And where we jumped out, all four brakes were just
Red,
steaming, bro.
yeah.
Like there was like literal like smoke coming off all four tires. Looked like we've been doing skits.
Yeah.
Like, Craig like kind of like stood there like, fuck, maybe I went a bit hard, like hoping like no cops are gonna roll by and shit.
I'll never forget coming. I think must have been going the same way then, coming up to that jump. And
Yep.
I think you guys were in front of me in the Subi, and we were like side by side in the two lanes, and you guys took the lead.
Yes.
I remember coming up, watching you guys like get air, and then coming up in the skyline, getting air, and dropping down, and the whole back just fishtailed out. Like, bro, we would have been going like 160 at least, and I
That
just
bump
remember
was
like
bad, man.
my butt just clenching, man. Like, fuck, like I
Oh.
was just so scared, eh? Like, as soon as we got to like, I got traction again, I just stopped, back down to like 50.
Yep.
Just rolled. I was so scared,
Imagine doing
man.
those runs nowadays with how the Haywoods is. Like,
Oh, fuck,
they'd be insane.
unreal. Back in the
I
hay.
reckon the road would be a little bit better.
I remember taking my mate to drags for the first time when I had my little Corolla. And this fucking, I don't know what it was. It was like a little shitbox. But it was revving at me from Granada. This is probably the worst speeding ticket that I've ever had. And probably tops all my speeding tickets. We were driving from Granada doing at least 150, and then we got to Johnsonville still doing that speed, and I didn't realise that I forgot the camera at Narrunga Gorge was still there,
Oh god.
and I hit the camera at 120. He didn't slow down, but once I came around the corner, I just put my foot down, and I overtook him, and like carried on going down. We met at Lyle Bay Warehouse, and he came and found me, and he goes, "Bro, like, can I look at your turbo? Like, it sounds mean." Yeah, it was the cunt behind me who was like revving the shit out of it, and he was like, "Yes, cunt." So the car next to me thought that I had a turbo.
It's
And it
crazy.
was just the cunt behind me like, "Yes, cunt." Because I don't know, I can't remember what car it was, but he came up to us and was like, "Bro, like, you smashed that corner in that thing. Like, I'm surprised that thing didn't spin out with the amount of body roll that went into the corner."
Fuck, we've done some dumb shit, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Time to chill out.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
Can't
being
do
in my
dumb shit anymore,
Hilux
ruin my
doing.
life.
Fuck yeah! I remember in my Hilux, I was like me, my bro Chris, my cousin, and one of her mates. And we were going in the back of Ashes to Bunnythorpe. And there's like this 25k corner bend. And me and Chris were cracking up at whatever my cousin was saying. I wasn't watching the road properly, and I just seen this 25k corner come up, and I'm doing at least 100, and I was like, fuck! Like, looked at Chris, and Chris looked at me, and we both nodded at each other like, yeah, we're probably gonna die, but it's okay. Got round the corner, I just remember like my Hilux getting up on two wheels going around the corner, and then like the RCN sliding out and coming back down, and I full came to a stop, and I was like fucking shitting myself, and just sitting there, and Chris is like, "Nah, mate, I had good faith in you. We weren't gonna die today." Like, shut up, cunt.
No, that just reminds me when Craig was driving us back from Wainui Coast. Like, I've never seen Violet so white in my entire life. Like, it was
We
like
were
the
dead
life
that night.
was sucked out of her.
I'm
Like,
convinced that we actually died that night, and this has all just been a dream.
me
ever
and
since.
Rocky, like, in the back seat, like, Craig's dog, for anyone that's watching,
Yeah, I
like,
forgot that
honestly, man,
Rocky
I was
was in
sitting
the
there with
car.
Rocky, like, the dog, sitting there, just, having a bit of a snuggle, mate, on the way back, flying around these corners, and then we just fucking took this right-hand turn, and the car just, like, slid across the lanes, and, like, I was on the back seat, and me and Rocky were on the right-hand side of the car. As soon as we got to the turn, we're on the left-hand side of the car. Like, we just slid across the seats, and then I just remember fucking feeling like sliding, and then just the outside wheel under my ass just like grip, and just somehow like
Flicked
the
it
car
back
fucking
round.
dug around the corner and carried on. And, I've
I just remembered that
Fuck.
speeding ticket that I got wasn't 120, it was 135. Because that was my worst ticket.
fucking hell.
Yeah, and that was on Narunga Gorge.
You're an idiot.
Who
doesn't know that camera there, man?
I still remember the night that.
I think that's the worst ticket I've had.
I think the worst I've had for speeding was when DJ came and picked me up from Paitoa, and this was probably like the second or third time that like me and her got to meet each other and shit. And I was driving Falcon all the way back to Lower Hutt, and I got done doing like 147 or something, and I didn't even see the cop. Like, he didn't catch up to me for like a good 20 minutes. Like, I was determined to get there faster than fucking what the time was telling me, And I just remember him coming up to the window, and he was just like, 3 more Ks, mate, and I would have had your license and this car. I'm sitting there like, oh, well, it's a good thing that I was only doing 147 then,
Yeah, nah, been there.
Yeah.
160.
That's when I first met you guys, because that's the reason why I lost my license.
Yeah.
When I first started working with Craig, because of that ticket.
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's always shit when you know you've been caught over 150, man. You're like, shit.
Fuck yeah. And now everyone's telling me, like, how'd you not lose your license? Like, it's lost a license at 130, 140, and I'm sitting there like, I don't know. I have no idea.
I think 140
It's
you
funny,
lose it
I've only ever been caught
for
150.
28
Speeding,
days or something.
like,
or,
twice.
No, 150 is instant loss, I think.
Yeah.
150 is instant loss. 140, I think, $650 fine.
You caught that.
Yeah,
In a court.
that's what I got, and
Yeah.
lost a license.
Yeah. 650 is like the next one down from what I got, which was instant loss.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All my other
Fucking
times
hell.
for getting demerits and shit was driving on my learners.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. My very first ticket,
Yeah.
bro, I went years without a ticket, man. Got fucking tints on my car, and then, like, 2 days later, bro, I got my very first ticket, and I was running late, and it was my first day at Bunnings, bro, so I was gassing it, trying to get there, because it was my first day. And I was going down Cambridge Terrace in the hut at 80 k's, bro, and the cop came the other way and caught me. So I turned off, took all these fucking side streets, bro, got away, and then parked up at Bunnings and ran in, like, bang on time. And, like, as I was running to the door, bro, the cop pulled in, put his lights on, like, saw me, and I was like, oh, fuck. Had to fucking sit there, get my ticket, bro, like, just under fucking losing my license for my very first ticket. So I got that, and then walked in, bro, and everyone that was, like, starting, like, watched the whole thing happen, So I had to go and talk to the boss on my first day, like, explain what I'd done, like...
Oh, bro, you should have just pulled over.
Yeah,
at the
he was like,
start.
bro, you should have just been late. And I was like, there's no way I was turning up late, man. Like, fuck, I'm sorry. He's like, I would have rather you'd fucking got here late than get a ticket in the car park. I was like, oh, fuck. Bro, but the cop was cracking up, He's like, fuck, you got
Did
away,
I tell
mate.
you, Grace? Sorry.
You go.
Did I say to you guys that Grace narked on me about speeding?
Yeah.
What?
My sister used to do that.
Nah.
So she was asleep. So she was just trying to be funny. But I'd picked her up from daycare and we were going over Saddle. Yes, I was going a little bit fast on Saddle, but she was asleep. So I was like, bang, like, got home and then she said to Laura, Daddy was going fast around corners.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? She was like, yeah, Daddy was going really fast. he was being
You
naughty.
speed demon.
Fuck it, hell.
Oh.
Did you tell her off?
I was like, nah, fuck off, you're asleep.
It's gold.
Oh, fucking hell.
Try and knock me out.
I just remember at fucking DJ's place when Aaron's leaving night, and I can't remember what she said, and you're like, Grace, no one likes a narc. I just cracked up. Sorry, Dad.
That's how you teach your children.
Yeah, no one likes a narc, Grace.
Yeah, nah, no one likes a
Stitches.
narc.
Bro, it was gold. It was like the best parenting
Because
I've
if she
seen.
said that to my mum would have looked at me and I wouldn't have time to explain myself. I'd be in the shit.
Yeah. Gold.
Yeah. Good old kids, eh?
Did you
So I've
witness
got a
anything?
teacher.
Witness?
Know when to open your
No,
mouth.
I'm actually blind in my right eye. I saw nothing.
I'm legally blind.
I saw nothing.
Now that's how you answer that question.
I'm legally blind.
Did you
in
say
my right eye.
witnessed? No, I saw nothing. I'm actually legally blind.
Mom, I love you.
Where am I?
Who are you?
Who
I
are
just
you?
thought I was waiting for a mate. Oh, fucking hell. The dumb shit we do in life, eh?
Yep.
But hey, I fucking wouldn't change it. I've enjoyed my experiences.
Oh yeah, so Grace has realised that the Fairlane's not here anymore. And I think it's a good couple of weeks ago. She was like, Daddy, where's your loud car? And I was like, oh, I sold it. Like, it's not here anymore.
Yeah, toilet.
And I shit you not, a tear started coming down her eye, and she goes, but Dad, I loved your loud car. Like, that was my car too. I was like, oh, shit, what have I done? And she was like, you'll get the loud car again though, eh? And I was like, no, probably not. And she was like, well, I tell you what, Dad, you get another loud car or no car at all.
Yeah, bro, you gotta be careful with kids, man. Like, I made my mum many times hold on to her L300 diesel van because I had an emotional attachment with it. Many times she's like, I might sell it, and I was like, nah. You cannot do that.
That is not the way.
Yeah, so like, make sure you pick a good car that your kid gets attached to, so that you're never gonna sell it and don't have to worry about them convincing you not to or getting upset with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Good thing the crown ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised she started crying. I was like, I didn't realise how much you liked that. But then again, whenever I went in the corner, she was like, so I couldn't help. But yeah, nah, she got me in trouble lots of times. So I remember there was a time where I pulled up from picking her up in the Fairlane, and I cracked a mad O. It was the first time I hooked an O, like, properly in that car, because that thing, no matter how hard I tried to thrash it, it just wouldn't tip in. And I was like, nah, she wants me to do a skid, I'm going to do a proper skid. So I went out the back of Woodville and just fucking put my foot down and just smacked it into the corner. And it tipped in and rolled back, and she's like, yeah, Dad, you love me! She's trying to climb out the window. She's trying to climb out the window. I'm like, "Oi, Grace, get back in." She's like, "No, Dad, let me."
I can fully see it, eh? I can just see it in my head.
And then when we got back, I had to take Laura. I think we were having dinner at her parents'. Laura got in the car and was like, "What's that smell, Stephen?" And then instantly, as soon as Laura asked that question, she was like, "Dad did a good living."
I'll never forget that night we did skids at your house, bro. Walking out, doing skids, quickly getting back in the driveway, and then the cops pulling up. Fuck, it was gold. Fuck, I got so loose in the skyline that night, man. I was so worried, eh?
That was the first night the Crown hooked an O.
Yeah, bro, right out on that intersection.
I'm I was running because I seen you go up there. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get this one. But me being drunk as fuck, left my phone inside, and I'm like looking through my pockets while I'm running. And I'm like, oh,
Fuck.
and then you tipped it in, and then you pulled up next to me, and you're like, bro, did you get there? And I was like, my phone's inside. And you were like, and then why did you run up? And I was like, because I wanted to see it.
Fuck, it was a good night, eh? I got so close to the curve, man.
Night. Oh, such a good night.
I just remember talking to the
I
cops.
still remember
the
great
fucking
day,
gate.
being drunk as
Yeah,
fuck.
it happened over lockdown when
And-
Stephen did his skid and the cops showed up and they were standing at the gate freezer talking.
Yeah, can't just never forget it, eh?
And on lockdown, and I did a massive skid. And then the neighbours fucking came out. In the video, you can hear it. You can hear the neighbours over there by just by where the green fence is, and she was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then as soon as she
You
said
can
that,
just hear it in the mirror as he finishes his
So
skid.
good.
the next one comes up, and he's like having a mad go at me.
That's
And
right.
then 5 minutes later, the cop rocks up and he's like, "Stephen," and I was like, "Carl." He goes, "Oh, so I hear that you've been doing skids," and I was like, "Yeah, I was doing it for a competition." And he goes, "Wasn't too bad. I heard it from the shop." Oh, did you? And I was like, "Was it good?" He was like, "It's went for a while." And he
That's
goes,
crack up.
"So what was it for? Because technically I can't do you anything because it's private property." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Well, then why are we having this conversation?" And he goes, fair enough. I'll go tell your neighbours to shut the fuck up."
Well, it was gold, eh? Like,
I was like, "Yes, good guy."
even the night that they came when we were all out on the road, bro, like, fuck, they were funny as, man.
Small towns are great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stephen,
fuck yeah, that
what
was
the
Oh,
fuck's
good.
did
going
you hear
on?
me crazy burnout on Coke
Nothing,
Day?
just having a party.
No, she came after.
Oh yeah, because I remember having a mean yarn with the
Yeah.
the cop when I was being drunk. I can't remember what I was
same.
saying, but I'm
Okay.
thinking of a different time. Violet, do you remember when I got pulled over? Just before, I can't remember where, and
No.
he was saying something, and then he pulled you up,
Oh, yeah, he put me in coat.
and then he was like, "I think I pulled your flatmate over
Yeah.
just previously."
Yeah, that's right. He did. He pulled me over like 15 minutes after he pulled you over. And,
Which got me, because how the fuck did he know that you were my flatmate?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
Small town, mate. Small town.
But he let me off with no off, no reach, so you know, like,
Really?
I can't complain. Yeah,
You got off that so many times.
that's the only time I've been pulled over
Oh,
in my in Bluebird.
what
when it
about
was
when
like-
Laura
Nah.
came
Wow,
to
was
the
no off, no
window?
reach.
Nah.
She was,
I know, 'cause there was also
there
that
was a
late-
cop standing
The hard
in the
park night
fucking
you got pulled
conservatory,
over,
and Laura was
leaving-
Yeah,
fucking
leaving
Martin.
my
"There's a cop
10,
here."
that guy
We're all like,
didn't
"We
even
know."
Didn't
check.
even
But
check,
as soon as he
man, like,
opens the
that was
door, there's just
unreal.
like
Didn't
a
even
Never
check.
keep
leader
calling me, you're like
of
panting,
weed, and
you're
you
like,
can
oh,
tell it
just-
hits him because
Yeah,
it's
pulled
like,
over.
I thought that was it,
It's
man.
just
I like sort of
constantly
like saw him
blinking.
pull out behind me.
it was
and I
when you
like,
got
"No,
that
that's
weed
it."
off
Like,
Dylan.
Car's gone.
It was that real
Oh.
skunky stuff.
I always seem to do it though, eh? Like, go even back to the days of the Ute, bro, and go through that checkpoint down by your
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And all we did was
The
take the fake
U-bolts.
plate off of us, bro, and like,
But
he
he's-
knew nothing about
Yeah,
cars,
he's asking
though,
me about
bro.
the bolts and shit, and
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
what bolts,
And
mate?
remember, he was like, there's like a real bad smell coming from the back of it, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's a diesel, bro, it's probably that, and he was like, oh, yeah, that'll be it.
Bro, we were fucked as well,
he
eh?
had no idea what he was
Just
talking
around the
about,
corner
man.
from my place, Aaron. Honestly, it was crack up, eh? Just sitting there, he's like, oh, yeah, sweet as, mate. Drop the mate home and go straight home. We're like, yeah, sweet as, bro. All good. I'm pretty sure we went to the next spot, eh?
We're heading out for the night. He told us to go out and have a good night. So
Did he?
we did. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, you guys have
I
a good
can't
night.
remember how it went
He didn't
down,
even
bro.
tell us to go home, bro. He was just like, you guys go out have a good night. Didn't mention the waff and just left it at that.
Bro, it was crack up.
Fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, just.
Because I remember we
that
had
was
to...
it.
Did we have to pull over?
Yeah, he got us to
Yeah.
pull over, and he like checked over the Ute, and he was like, "Oh no, it's structurally sound." Like I told him that like
You
it
needed...
a new U-bolt, which I've actually only just recently changed, and this was years ago. And fucking, Yeah, he'd look over it, told me it smelled, told him it was a diesel, he agreed.
But that's the same as on
And
the
that was
invasion
it.
when Colt was driving my car. We came down the ramp and the
Yep.
cop looked over the car. I had no WAF, no reg. Like, didn't even blink an eye at it, bro. Like, to be fair, he couldn't see my WAF sticker, but like,
Yeah.
like didn't
Yeah,
question
that
the
was
fucking
it.
banner. Like,
Told us to have a good night, so we went out
Yeah.
to Drags and had a good night.
fucking A. It was gold.
Yeah.
I was stoked. I was
fuck
sitting in the
yeah.
passenger seat, shitting myself.
I'm
like,
still
fuck.
gutted that my in-laws told me to take my banner off after putting it on because apparently banners are illegal.
Well, technically they're not wrong
But
to an extent.
depends how.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every car I've had, there's been a banner.
But
And
I
then
feel
all of a sudden, as soon as I put it on the fair lane, they're like, nah, take it off.
it all depends on the cop and the WAF guy.
Yeah.
It's a very blurred
They are
line
pretty
there,
dodgy,
like,
though.
It's a real great.
They passed me a WAF.
Yeah.
They passed a WAF on the fair lane, and I had cut springs, and they weren't captive. But I had a diff cradle in the boot.
Maybe
Which
don't
were keeping
say
them
things
kept.
like that.
They were keeping them captive. And then as soon as I take it out, they passed it. And then the next time the next time they took it for I took it for a WAF. The WAF guy's like, "Oh, can you come here and I need to show you something?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, probably some rust." Nah. He's like, "These springs aren't captive, eh?" He'd stuck his hand in and he was like, and I was like, "Oh, you've just realised?" And he was like, what?" And I was like, "They've always been cut. They weren't cut for me. They've always been cut." And he goes, "Oh, you're going to have to sort them out." And I was like, "Okay, so I can put the diff cradle in the boot and then bring it back in?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, 2 WAFs before, it was back in here with the diff cradle in the boot keeping them captive and you still passed it." And he goes, "Fuck, I'm pretty slack."
Oh,
good
fucking hell. But it's like me going to VTNZ with my Lockie, and like they pulled me
Yeah.
up when they were under the car, and I'm sitting there like, fuck. They can hit, like see the diff leaking or something, and no, it's just my fucking one of my brake lines bent, and he's like, fucking, if you can fix it in 5 minutes, I'll pass it. And all I just remember is pulling it back straight, hey, and it went straight, and I was like, oh yeah, mate, what about this? And he came back and he was like, yeah, no, sweet as, man, I'll pass that. Fuck it,
Fuck
man."
yeah.
Still
Man.
got to drive out with a Lockie.
Then you turn out.
Aaron,
Yeah.
what about
Lead vault.
what about Combolton days? Going to Combolton with a 24 box and getting a WAF.
Don't give away the
Oh,
secrets,
the
mate.
good time.
Yeah, mate.
He was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
goodest cunt. Like, it could be an
Yeah.
absolute skid pig and it could be D-Reg and he'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Give me a 24 box and I'll put a WAF on it."
Bro, that's like one of the fellas down here or one of the fellas in Invercargill, bro. Apparently, you put a bottle of whiskey on your driver's seat, bro, and he gets in, he'll pass you. So I'm like, ooh, I might do that.
Oh, she is.
Might pass it again. No, we've had some good fucking times though. Like I remember the time that me and Violet were racing from Lower Hutt or Upper Hutt to Woodville,
Yeah.
and like we met in Masterton for dinner, and then Violet took the back road, I think, and I took the
Yeah, I
main
took
road.
the
and
bypass that was meant to be
Yeah.
quicker and it was slower.
Nah.
For ages
Yeah,
I was
and
convinced I was
like-
in front, and then eventually I caught up to him and was like, oh, I guess we were behind him.
Yeah, I slowed down for ages. I was like, fuck, have they passed me or what? And then I just remember like me hucking it into Steven's corner and you undercutting me, and I just see
Yeah.
fucking Colt's face at the front of my car, and I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna have like a T-bone collision right here, eh?
That's like on the way back.
Yeah, because I heard the screeches from outside. Because I was having a cigarette, and all I hear is this around the corner, and I was like, "The fuck was that?" And I hear this doof, 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 and it's fucking Violet pulling into the driveway, and I was like, "Fuck, how fast did she go through that corner?"
It's just us about to crash.
Well, like, I saw you like take it wide, and I looked at Colt and was like, do I undercut? And he was like, yeah, and so we did. And then it all went pear-shaped.
That's like
yeah,
when
I'm
I
fucking
Oh,
fully
shit.
sideways.
on the way back from
First
Stephen's
thing I
place.
hear as he's pulling up the driveways, just the sub blaring.
Yep.
Him and her and Cole just like, yeah. And I was
Banging
like,
out.
"Fuck, they're having a
I was
good
laughing
time."
the whole time, eh?
Honestly, bro, that's like on the way back from your place one time. I was fucking boosting it along. Can't remember who was in the car with me. And then, like, I see a car on the side of the road, and I was like, oh, yeah. And it was Corey, like, pulled over to take a piss.
Oh, yeah.
And so I carried on going 100, like, and then all of a sudden, bro, I just see the headlights coming flying towards me. So I put my foot down, and then next minute, they're going to overtake me on the fucking other side of the road, bro. And we're, like, neck and neck for ages, just going all the way back to Wellington, like, fully racing on the other side, just carrying along, butting off.
Yep.
So back down to 100, coming into, like, I don't know, Cardinal or something. As soon as we get into the 50...
And our special guest has arrived.
Oh, Krieger!
Oh, Colin, turn your camera
Yeah,
on.
Colin!
Going into the 50, and then there's a cop all of a sudden,
Oh, we're going to have to readjust.
Colin, mate, we're live.
We're live on podcast, G.
Yeah, Colin, you're on the podcast.
What not by?
Yeah, put it away, Colin.
Oh, Colin, come back.
He's like, oh, fuck that.
Nah, come back, Colin. Join the yarns.
Special guest was rude.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was
Tommy,
colonoscopy.
do you remember when I first done the exhaust on the Fairlane and you were egging me on to race?
Yeah.
And I was heading back home and you kept like
Yeah.
egging me on. And I seen your window go down and I was like, yeah, nah, fuck it. And Tommy was like, go, and I put my foot down. And all of a sudden Tommy's not there and I get a text and he's like, fuck, that sounds grouse. And I was like, oh, he just wanted to hear the car.
Fuck it, eh?
Colin just put in the group chat and yeah, nah, fuck that.
Alright, well, I hate to be that guy, but I've got to go. I've got to go.
Yeah,
home.
same. My phone's on 3%.
Yeah.
And I missed a call from my mum. Sorry,
I
mum.
feel like I'm getting
Well, should we end
lightheaded
it? Should
off
we
my
end it
vape.
there then?
Alright, we'll end it there.
Alright.
Sweet as.
How long have we been on?
I think we've been on just over an hour.
Oh, yeah,
it's just gone over an hour, so
Man.
there's less stuff.
I'm looking forward to this upload. I want to see when Colin comes on.
Yeah,
I
we'll
know.
get a glimpse of him.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've got a glimpse of him.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you
Well,
for watching. Thank
To
you.
everyone,
Yeah.
that was our special guest.
Yep. No, thank you all.
Stay
Meet again.
safe. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
See you on the next one. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Goodbye.
Or
Tell
if
your
not,
friends,
welcome,
tell your
welcome.
family,
Welcome,
not your
welcome.
psychiatrist.
Yep.
And
All the multiple things we've said over
I
the
would
time.
I would just like to say, unorthodox what?
And don't do drugs.
What?
Nah, just kidding.
What do you mean? Meth till fucking death.
Wally, what?
Thanks.